Hello, it's Jack, and welcome back to Car Mechanic 2021, part 3 of the Silvia twins. Got here early this morning, just getting some breakfast, bit of coke. It seems to take my money but not give me anything. Oh, pain in the ass. Anything in the bin I can have? No. Okay, never mind, I'll skip breakfast. Here we are, back in the garage. Good morning, everybody. Someone put the kettle on. I need a coffee. Thank you very much. Here we are. Yes, so just to catch up, we're now left with the second Nissan Silvia from the DLC pack, available on Steam, as I said before, for €3.99. This hopefully will be a short one. We still got the Silvia that we fixed up. It's in parking right now. It was outside, but then you would have seen it when I came into work this morning. That would have been no fun, would it? So we're just going to quickly get all this stuff off the bat. Well, when I say you would have seen it, you've already seen it, haven't you? Because you've already watched part 3, haven't you? Sorry, part 2. So come on. Of course you've seen it. Let's bring it back from the garage then, shall we? Let's just bring, sorry, the parking. Let's just bring that back, shall we? And then we've got everything in. Of course you've seen it. What are you talking about? It's in parking. It is the Silvia, which I believe is... Here we go. This is the one. It's in blue, but it's not really in blue, is it? We know it's not in blue. We know that in actual fact, we resprayed it a lovely white. Let's just move this in. And for those of you that haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I suggest that you watch parts 1 and 2. They're quite fun, I think. I think you'll enjoy it. But just to give you a really quick recap, we rebuilt this one from a lot of the parts off that one over there. We bought a lot of new parts as well. I mean, let's face it, we had to. But this is now worth, it's in all 100% condition, everything's good on it, and it's worth 92,000. Sorry, what did you say? What did you say? It's worth how much? What? 92,000. I bought it for 9. And yes, I did spend quite a bit of money on it. Just some notes here about the cost price and the parts value. One thing that's not considered with the parts value, okay, one, they're not directly reflective of the actual value of the part itself until it's on the car. So if you pay 100 credits for something, when you put it on the car, it might be worth, 500 credits or whatever. But it doesn't consider the cost to fix it, as in your time, obviously, but also when you repair the parts on the parts bench. It doesn't consider the money you're spending there to actually fix the part. Excuse me, and it doesn't consider the welding. Okay, so just so you know, I don't know if you saw the video on the Fair Lady build I did. It was a time-lapse build, but I'll link it at the end plates, and you can also watch that one, because that's it's only like 6 minutes or something, time-lapse, and that shows you the profit. And the best way to calculate profit is, of course, you can take this here. You can say, yes, profit, this is what I spent on the car, and this is what it's telling me what the profit is, 83,000. Well, it's only taking those two away, basically. So the easiest way to do it is look at your bank account before and after and compare the two, and get your calculator out and do a bit of maths. I mean, it's not difficult. Anyway, the plan is, what we're going to do with this bad boy. So we've got a lot of parts in inventory, and some of this I did buy new because I bought extra, if you remember, for some of these. These I messed up and bought double of these, which I shouldn't have done. So we have bought quite a few new parts as well, but there was still a heck of a lot of parts that were still repaired from the old one. This, for example, a lot of suspension and the running gear was repaired from basically off both cars together. So we should have enough parts to rebuild as much as possible. Now my plan is thus. I don't want to put an engine in it. Nope. Yes, we could go ahead and make another 90,000. This one probably wouldn't get as much money because it's got a higher kilometre on it value. It's done 204,000, the one's done 159. And to be fair, I can't be bothered doing another Silvia engine build. Not right now. So what I'm going to do is basically get the body's all ship shape, put some body parts back on if we have any, even if they're knackered, and just go with what we've got. So I'm going to try and not to buy anything, really. But what I would like to state is the end result, it's got to have 4 wheels on it, and the body's got to be complete. I'm not 100%, but I've got to be able to put 4 wheels on it, okay? And that's it. And then let's get rid and see how much money we can actually make with actually just doing the bare minimum. Yeah. Some of this I'm going to time lapse, just so you know. so I'm not sure if I'm going to commentate everything. Of course I will. You just get a squeaky voice when it just when I speed up the video. So literally we're just going to rebuild this with the parts we've got in inventory and see how far we get with it. Oh, one thing, I know we just put a few parts on, but the current value of this vehicle right now is minus 3,700. And it has been cleaned and it has had, what's it had on it? It's had the welding done as well, the frame. So it's in pretty good condition. Now, you could argue, well, why don't you just put the crappy parts on? Well, I've bought these parts, and I think I bought double up to put on this car, if I remember rightly from the previous videos. So the caliper's knackered, it's 6%. You know what, we've got one, we're going to put it on. That's as simple as that. We're just going to reduce our spend now to see if we can capitalise on the bits that we've got. Yeah, does that sound like a plan? Sounds good to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to crack on and build all the bottom end up. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If there's anything that's really pertinent, or you know that it's maybe a bit tricky, I'll commentate on it so that you won't get it. You'll get, you know, and I'll slow the video down when I do all the editing and everything. But from now, I'm just going to rebuild. I'll speed it all up so you can see what we're doing, and then we'll get to an end result. Yeah, we've dragged this on parts 1, 2, and now part 3 for long enough, and I'm sure you guys want to get to the end result. All right, talk to you in a bit. Actually, just saying that, just give me a sec. Thought I'd gone off at a tangent, didn't you? Oh, and I sometimes do. Uh, we just put a few more parts on, and I know I showcased this earlier when we talked about when we put the cross member on. It was brand new. How much value it added to the vehicle. Well, just to prove that point, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do real quick. We're just going to take off. Where are we? Let's just take this one off again. We've just put this on. So let me just really quickly take that off. Okay. There we go. Value of the vehicle right now, we know, is in minus 304. Parts value is 1566. This is worth... Sorry, this to sell is worth 225. Take my word for it, yeah? So we take it off. It's in inventory. It was the cross member. You'll see that if I want to sell this, it's brand new. Yeah, brand new. Cross member. If I want to sell that, 225, okay? So 225. Value of the car right now on parts is 756. Forget this down here. It's 756. 756. Now we're going to add that cross member back in. I'm not being too clever with the old keys this morning, but anyway, so we're going to add that cross member back in. 1,566. You see? Cost of the price to sell is not always worth. It's worth a lot more so when it's fitted on the car. Just so you know, keep that in mind. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? All right, let me crack on with the rest of this. Okay, so we put a lot of parts back on. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? I did buy a couple of extra pieces because I had to get brake discs and calipers because otherwise I wouldn't be able to put the wheels back on. One thing I don't think I needed to get here was, I'm not sure if I already had this one, because I could put the wheel back on without this suspension arm. But anyway, so let's just have a quick look and see what we have in inventory. Let's get rid of that. What do we have left in inventory? All the spark plugs, front shock absorber. I think I put new ones on there. We've got part of the exhaust system. I don't think there's any more bushings that need to go on. I'm just thinking, you know, how much of this can we actually use? There is an engine block which we could put in, which would greatly enhance the value of the vehicle. The old gearbox back in as well. Obviously no pistons or anything because I got rid of all those now stupidly, and I should have kept them. It might be worth putting this one back in for the value. I mean, to get rid of this, it's worth 1,600. I think that might be worth just putting back in for the sake of it. So it's 1,600. Well, it's 100%, and maybe I'm going to get another one of these. So now let's leave the engine out. Let's stick to the plan, shall we? But then I can't use that gearbox, you see, and that'll add some value to the vehicle. So I'm trying to use up as many parts as I possibly can from the old builds. Yeah, these are from the original cars themselves, but I guess I left myself with a lot of stuff. Anyway, let's just crack on. Let's just see what's it actually worth now. Let's have a look. That's the important thing, isn't it? What is this bad boy actually worth? So, it's only worth 4,055. We're going to have to increase that. We're going to have to increase that. So let's drop the engine in. Okay, we should just be able to put this engine straight in. So that was 4,000. What's it on now? Oh, that, you see, that was well worth it. 5,000 and odd. That's absolutely superb. So then let's take a look at what else do we have. We've definitely got the gearbox. Now I've no pistons. Like I said, I got rid of all those. But we could probably pretty much put everything onto the back end of the gearbox. Of the engine, sorry. Because we've got... Oh, do we have a crank for this? Oh, we don't have a crank, which means we can't put the gearbox on. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's take the hit on that crank. I mean, how much is it? It can't be that much, can it? It can't be that much. What are you gonna rip me off on? Hello, I'd like to look at the crankshaft, please. Why is it not? Oh, because we're in that. Oh, come on. You know what? We're going to get it because that will enable me to use up the gearbox pieces as well. Perfect. 189. Value of the car, parts wise, 6,622. So once we put this on, what are we talking? Bear in mind, it costs about 200. Okay. So what are we talking now? Oh, sorry, I didn't. Oh, I have to get this right. I have to know. I looked at the wrong bloody value, didn't I? Typical. Okay, so what's it? Body parts, 14,000, just shy of 15,000. Okay, so if we put this on the crank, what are we looking at there? Okay, we kind of broke even on that. Okay, but it went up a couple of thousand on the old profit as well, so that's well worth it. Okay, so we made our money back on that. Let's put all this rubbish back in. See, that was brand new clutch plate. Didn't want to miss that. Then we get rid of the gearbox. I think we've got a drive shaft as well. I think. Could be wrong. But we've definitely got this. What we're looking at now. It's all about profit. 11,000. Didn't really add that much value, but it was a bit shagged, wasn't it? Let's face it. It was a bit shagged. Oh, I shouldn't have sold all that stuff earlier. I'm not doing that again. Do we have a drive shaft? Do we? Flip. But we have that, because I bought that separately, didn't I? I bought that and I made a mistake and I shouldn't have bought it. And we've got the muffler as well. And I believe we've also got this section here as well. So that's good. What else have we got left in the inventory that we haven't already put on the car? Shocks we've done. That we've done. I think we're done. You know what? I sold all the body parts, didn't I? Oh, two seats, and I think that's all we've got. Can't put spark plugs in. No cylinder head. I think that's all we've got. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all we have. I did say I wanted all the body on it, didn't I, as well? Well, we can do a bit of a shufty there because it's all new body parts, right? So let me just oh, it's going to be a bit of a gamble, this, isn't it? Going to be a bit of a gamble. Let's get the figures exactly right. It's worth 12,914, right? I've got 287 in the bank. Okay. Okay, and it's worth 13,000. So if we take a I don't want to do this. If we take a hit and we say, okay, let's go and get the body, okay? Oh, it's going to cost a fortune, this. 288,000, this is going to cost me an arm and a leg. This better be worth it. I mean, the parts are not crazily expensive for this car, to be fair. Is there any special parts you can buy for this car? You know, because they have the body tuning thing, don't they, as well? The body tuning shop, this one. Did we don't do that? I don't remember. You know what? I don't remember. No, they didn't, did they? We've done this. We've been through that. Right, so now we've got everything that we can. We've got the whole body kit, basically, to put back onto this bad boy. Let's just see if that will increase that value. Maybe, maybe not. But it's cost, we're at 283,000 now, so it's cost the best part of like 4,500 krona credits to put you know, to buy the kit. Let's see if we can claw some of that back, shall we? And this doesn't take too long. There's no point in speeding this up. But it gives you a good indication, doesn't it? Well, I hope it does, that, you know, what's actually making the profit and what's not, what's worth doing and what's not. And, you know, even if you've got boodles and oodles of cash, you know, it's still nice to run the garage in this game as a proper garage. I think that's part of the fun and the attraction of this game. You know, you've got to, if you just want to rebuild cars to the full and, you know, just get them out the door, make them all look nice and snazzy, it loses some of its, you know, some of its fun. Some of its addiction, I think, is the right word. Okay, moment of truth. 22 grand. Yeah, I think that was well worth it. I think that was well worth it. Okay, so we're going to shove the seats back in. We're not going to spray it because that doesn't give us any value. So we're just going to move this outside just real quick. Shove it outside. Entrance C, fine. I find this is the easiest way to put the seats in. Oh, there's already a seat in there. We have to figure out which one's the best one. No, I don't want to sit in it. There's no engine in it, my friend. What's the point of sitting in it? There's no steering wheel. Jeepers creepers. Let's just take out that seat. And then we've got two other seats, but I just want to figure out which one are the best ones. So, there you go, 25 and 23%. That's fine. And I have to buy a steering wheel. You can't have a car without a steering wheel. I'm sorry. It's sacrilege. It needs a steering wheel. We're just going to put a cheap, shitty steering wheel on it. Cheapest one you've got, my friend. Give me the cheap one. Give me the Halfords one. That looks a bit crap. 80. No, look at the state of it. I mean, come on. I know I want cheap, but I don't want shit. Oh yeah. I mean, come on. The cheap ones. I mean, who would put that on the car? It's got to be in fitting with the car, hasn't it? I mean, you can't just put. Oh, come on, that one. 200. Just shove it in. Honestly, you're so picky, Jack, at times. What was that all about? I said, I want to detail it, my friend. Oh, I'm not. I promise I will not lose my temper. There we go. Okay. Let's close that off. Let's put oil in the engine, shall we? Put all the fluids. Oh, I forgot. We haven't got an engine, have we? Okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. 22,000. Didn't make much difference putting the seats in, did it? Well, this is going to go. Okay, this is going to go. I think it's time to sell. Okay, when we started this whole build, I had 312,000 in the bank. I was into these cars for about 21,000, so I had 312 in the bank. Okay, we're going to sell this now. It's going to move on. It's going to move on, but first of all, I just want to a last look at it. Beautiful car. Beautiful car, even though it's in that state and no engine. So we're going to sell it. Yes, we are. I'm already in profit of 5,000. Bearing in mind I started with 312,000. You can go and look at the beginning plates from part 1 of this whole series of this marathon, and that was actually correct. So let's sell the beastie. Let's just take one last look at it outside, shall we? What a nice car. Nissan twin cam 16 valve. Nice. Just thought I'd like to hear it one last time. Okay, here we go. Goes off to a good owner. Let's get rid. $410,000. So in total we've just made shy of 100,000. That's pretty good going, isn't it? We're like 98,000 on 2 cars bought from a scrapyard for 21,000. That's not bad at all. Well, that's all we've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great journey, this one with the Silvia's and NISSAN DLC pack. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you picked up some tips along the way. I've tried to show you lots of different things of what's going on and how to do different jobs and how to make a little bit of money. I really appreciate you stopping by and listening and watching and sticking around for this length of time. I really do. You know what, like I said before in previous videos, I'm trying to get to 3 to 4 videos a week going out. Generally right now it's car mechanics, that's what I'm showcasing. I'll be moving on to some of my other favourite games very soon, like PC Building Simulator, and also Tenants and the War Pips. I need to do little videos on all of those, some of my favourite games. You know what, if you don't mind, leave a sub if you want. You know, you'll pick up some fun videos. I hope you've enjoyed this journey. Thanks a lot. Jack's out.